Is being made, the lawmakers in the House and the Senate are taking action to address Social Security shortfall. One plan was recently put forward, and it includes changing how the checks are calculated. This could lead to big checks for some seniors and retirees. Now, debate over Social Security reform has largely been framed as a partisan one, with Democrats more inclined to maintain the status quo and Republicans to push for fiscal changes in the program. But like many things in D.C., the take is not entirely accurate. Over the past months, lawmakers in the state who normally side with Democrats have indicated a willingness to take a look at areas where Social Security can be adjusted, just to put it more on financial footing. And one of the lawmakers is Senator Angus King, an independent from Maine, who caucuses with Democrats, and he is actually supporting Bill Cassidy on a bipartisan take on this. Even Joe Manchin, a West Virginia Democrat, has suggested that he is also open to Social Security changes as long as they don't involve cuts to their program. Manchin told Fox, "I'm not going to discuss Social Security and Medicare for those people that are receiving and have been depending on it. But Social Security has come under increased scrutiny due to worries over how the program will be funded in the future. And according to Go Banking Rates, Social Security's Old Age and Severance Insurance Trust Fund is just expected to run out of money as early as 2032. And when that happens, the program will be solely reliant on payroll taxes for funding, which might only cover about 75% of benefits." Lawmakers have put forth various proposals to address the problem. These typically involve some combo of raising the full retirement age, cutting benefits, or increasing payroll taxes. Senator King and Kennedy put forth two more ideas. One is to create a sovereign wealth fund that would be funded with $500 billion in borrowed money. If the fund fails to generate an 8% return, it will be cut. No more Social Security money for you. Another idea is to change the formula tax, and that's for Social Security benefits, from one based on a worker's average earnings to a formula-based one on the number of years spent working. Any of the ideas will require bipartisan support to make it into law, and the controlled House would actually need to approve the bill and will also take it to the Senate, where Democrats hold a razor-thin edge. Then President Biden will need to sign the bill into law, and everyone gets their free money that they need. The application for a one-year guaranteed income program is actually available in Rochester, New York, and this is launching a pilot guaranteed basic income program for the households with an income of up to below 185%. The new program will select 300 individuals to receive the benefit, and the extra income is unconditional because according to the nation's program's website, there are no strings attached, no work requirements, and no restrictions on how money can be used. Only one member of the household can receive the money, and they must reside in certain areas of the city. Also, a guaranteed income program in Wisconsin will be issuing new payments worth $500 just to you in a few days.
Before this committee for confirmation as Inspector General, and I intend to support that. Let me turn to Ms. Gomez. In 2015, the Federal Communications Commission approved the Open Internet Order, which put in place net neutrality protections and properly treated broadband as a telecommunications service under Title II of the Communications Act. The Trump-era FCC later eviscerated net neutrality and eliminated the Commission's rightful authority to protect broadband consumers, promote public safety, and close the digital divide. Yet the COVID-19 pandemic has left no doubt that today the internet is essential for everything from jobs to education.
$1,000 a year if you earn $15 an hour.
And Ali, the price of housing has soared in recent years. You're an average worker. My God, you're paying $1,500 a month to put a roof over your head and your child's head. The price of food.
Virginia need to hurry as the applications can only be filed until November 9. A point to note is that this guaranteed income program is specifically for people in the state of Virginia. The new relief program is going to be sent out based on basic income to hundreds of local families. Now, the mayor of a city in Virginia told reporters, guaranteed income program is a proven tool to help families become stronger and financially stronger footing and take steps to move up the economic ladder. From the total applications, everybody, the program will randomly select residents. The selected people will get $500 a month for 2 years, and authorities expect to first see the guaranteed income stimulus checks from Virginia in 2023. This program is going to cost $3 million, not a lot of money, and the funding for the program just comes from the CARES Act and the Rescue Plan Act. To be eligible for the guaranteed stimulus check, you must be at least 18 years older, and also applicants' annual income should be less than 50% of the area median income. Not only this, but other states and cities are doing the same thing. They're experimenting with this. They're experimenting with similar guaranteed income programs. Richmond, Virginia, for instance, came up with a similar program with just 18 families. New York also did the same thing. For the last 6 months, President Biden has just been talking with his advisors about discussing the gas prices and what needs to happen on this. That's because now single prices rattle consumers as much as the cost of gas, which crept up again to a new high of $5 a gallon in June, as it comes no surprise that soaring gas prices corresponded directly with President Biden's sinking approval rating. Since then, gas prices have fallen by about $1.10. Biden may have helped a little by releasing oil from the strategic reserve, but according to Yahoo News, Biden has largely ignored another important type of fuel. Diesel fuel, which is critical for the production and transportation of many everyday products, is here. Around the same time, gas hit $5 a gallon. Diesel hit $5.81 a gallon. Now gas prices are now 22% below their peak, but diesel is just 8% lower. On a year-over-year basis, gas prices are up 15%, while diesel is up 43%. High diesel prices are a kind of hidden inflation because most consumers never buy stations, but it's possible because efforts to create commissions to examine the programs may move forward as part of a deal, which has set off a vigorous debate. And that would include Social Security pension disability, Medicare Part A, highway trust funds, and things like that. Social Security's trust funds are projected to pay full benefits until 2035, at which point just 80% of the monthly checks will be payable. Because Medicare's Part A trust fund will cover hospital care, it's projected to pay benefits fully until 2028, at which point 90% of benefits will be payable. Because another bill, the bipartisan Social Security Commission Act, would seek to form a temporary commission to address solvency of the program's funds under the expedited procedures. Whether such committees are going to be necessary to shore up the trust funds is a topic of fierce debate among the experts. But one thing I know for sure is that Joe Biden can do something for the people. He can't get the stimulus out there if he wants to.
Jobs, they're real jobs, man. It means we've created more jobs in 2 years than any presidential term in American history. Not just created, but you created it. You did it. The unemployment rate of 3.4%, as I said, is a 50-year low. 800,000 manufacturing jobs.
She now qualifies for a $1,400 check. With the first 2 rounds of checks, it didn't matter if you were struggling to pay your own way through college, as long as you were claimed as a dependent and were aged 17 to 21, no stimulus for you. Couple of catches. 1, the money goes to mom and dad, not you. And 2, if they earn more than $160,000 a year combined, you still won't qualify.
Everybody, Joe Biden is taking action for the people. He's urging that companies lower their prices for everyday necessities. He also said that for gas and groceries, things need to be cheaper. So, President Biden also is trying to pursue higher taxes on oil companies and their profits, as if the industry giants do not